Let us work on the topic called vapor pressure. Now, what is vapor pressure? Let us go through this topic properly. So, let us take a volatile liquid in this container and we have covered this container. We are not allowing the vapors to get out from it. So, evaporation will take place initially. So, there will be slow formation of vapors, and after a certain period of time, the amount of vapor will increase in this part. So when the amount of vapor will increase here, so it will start condensing. So a time will come when the rate of evaporation will be equal to rate of condensation, and at that particular moment the pressure which these vapors are applying on this liquid is called vapor pressure. So what is vapor pressure? Vapor pressure is the pressure applied by the vapors on the liquid when both are in equilibrium. When both the vapors and the liquid are in equilibrium condition, at that particular instant, what the pressure these vapors are exerting on the liquid is called vapor pressure. Now let us move through a very important segment. We have read Henry's law earlier. Now let us work through a segment of Rod's law. So this law came in the year 1896, and there are two cases in Rod's law. So let us work on the very first case, case number 1. This is the case for solution containing a non-volatile solute. A solution where there is presence of a non-volatile solute. For example, if in this case we have taken simply water, so vapors of water will form. Now let us take a non-volatile solute here, so let us add common salt to water. Now what will happen? There will be any vapors of common salt? Answer is no. So there will be vapors of only water molecules. So the non-volatile solute, for example sodium chloride, it's not going to form vapors. So the vapors here will be vapors of solvent only. Vapors here will be vapors of solvent only in this case, when the solution has got a non-volatile solute. In this case, the vapors here will be the vapors of solvent only, because there is no participation of the solute. So according to Rod's law, in such a case where in a solution if we have a non-volatile solute, the vapor pressure of solution is basically the vapor which the solvent is exerting on this liquid. So what is Rod's law here? At a certain temperature, the vapor pressure of a solution containing a non-volatile solute is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the solvent. Only solvent is considered here, not solute, because solute is non-volatile. So the mole fraction of solvent. So the vapor pressure of solution is proportional to mole fraction of solvent. Now let us remove this proportionality sign by a constant P0 solvent. This is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. When only solvent is taken, in that case what is the vapor pressure? So in first case, vapor pressure of solution is equal to vapor pressure of pure solvent multiplied by the mole fraction of solvent. There is no participation of solute here because solute is non-volatile in nature. Now let us work on case number 2, where we have two volatile liquids. For solution containing two volatile liquids, we have two volatile liquids. So let us suppose in this case if we have liquid A and liquid B, both are volatile, then vapors of both liquid A and B will form here. Obviously vapors of both liquid A and B will form here. Now both these vapors will exert pressure on the liquid. So the vapors pressure here will be due to partial pressure of A and partial pressure of B. So according to Rod's, the partial pressure of a component, here we have two components A and B, in a solution containing two volatile liquids, this partial pressure is directly proportional to its mole fraction. So here we have two liquids, liquid A and liquid B. So the partial pressure of liquid A is equal to its mole fraction, and this is the proportionality constant. This is the vapor pressure of the pure liquid component A. This is the vapor pressure of pure liquid component B. Now the total vapor pressure in such a case will be equal to PA plus PB. Now this Pa can be written as P naught AXA and Pb can be written as P naught BXB. Now let us work through. So we have got two formulas to work on numericals related to Rod's law. This is the first case where we have a solution containing a non-volatile solute, and this is the second case where in the solution we have got two volatile liquids. Now if we have to calculate the mole fraction in vapor phase, remember vapor phase, not in liquid phase. So in vapor phase we are going to represent it by alphabet Y, small y. Now we have read in class 11 Dalton's law of partial pressure. So according to Dalton's law, the partial pressure of any gas I is equal to its mole fraction multiplied by total pressure here. So if let us consider for liquid component A here, so PA, partial pressure of component A, is equal to its mole fraction in vapor phase. We are representing it by alphabet Y into total pressure. So this YA is mathematically equal to PA by P total. And what is P according to Rod's law? This is equal to P naught A into XA by P total. So this is the working formula where we can calculate the mole fraction of the liquid in its vapor phase. This is the formula we can work on. Now the next segment is, we have already read Henry's law. Now we have read Rod's law. So now let us correlate these two laws, Henry's law and Rod's law. So this is Henry's equation, we have read earlier. This is Rod's equation, right now we have read this. So when both these things are equal, Henry law will be equal to Rod's law. So Henry law can be a special case of Rod's law if this P naught is equal to KH. Now let us work on a numerical here. The vapor pressure of acetone at 298 Kelvin is 40 millimeter mercury. Its mole fraction with a solution in alcohol is 0.80. You have to calculate its vapor pressure in solution. So here it means we have these two mixtures, liquid mixture, acetone and alcohol. But in the question it has been asked that you just calculate the vapor pressure of acetone in solution. So vapor pressure of acetone will be equal to vapor pressure of pure acetone multiplied by mole fraction of acetone. Now check out the question. The vapor pressure of pure acetone 40 is given here and its mole fraction is given as 0.80. So let us multiply this. So the answer is 32. Option number D is correct here.